All right, I should be up. Just give me 1 second to make sure this is working. Maybe. Just maybe. Okay. All right. Oh, God, that's loud. Yep. All right, it works the way I wanted it to. It's great. I think the audio is a little shoddier than I'd like it to be, but that's fine. Let me begin the process of kind of sharing this around first before I start screen sharing. And I will get the show on the road. What kind of pings do I have on the server? Oh, I don't even know my own server roles, guys. Hold on, wait. Okay, just 1 second. I swear, I got this. Okay, and just, it'll be just a sec, I swear. Okay. Is the game even running? Hold on. I have opened the game. I don't know if it's actually gonna open. Oh no, I hope I don't kill my laptop. It's very likely I will. It is preparing to launch. Like, an error occurred. Oh no. This could be a problem. Oh no, I set up to stream and it might not let me. Okay, just patience. I will figure this out. It would be a darn shame. Please, I beg of you. Okay, I'm gonna restart Steam, I think. This poor thing is breathing. It really did break itself. It's kind of wheezing a little bit. Why? Why are you? It's like loading to shut the game down. Oh, I knew it was foolish to try to both have. Whoa, hello. Oh, it opened the game. Hold on. It is alive and dead kind of simultaneously. It's a Schrodinger's book kind of situation. Now, I knew it was going to be really stupid to try to live stream a video game on this panini maker of a MacBook. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on! It's starting the game! I need to... Okay. It's starting the game, but I need to Have you played Stanley Parable before? I have, but I'm going to hit no. Um, what if I kept the brightness all the way up? No, I'm going to keep it in the middle. Oh, man. Hey, can I get back into OBS, please? What time is it? 2:16. Why do you need to know? Hold on. Why is it asking me what time it is? It is definitely not 2 a.m. It's 2:16 p.m. Can I get out? Don't throw me into the game yet. I'm not ready. I'm gonna burn my fingertips off. The computer's already getting hot. Oh, you poor soul. Okay. I don't want to quit the desktop. I just want my window to be smaller. See that? Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, hi. And now you can see what I'm doing. Now, I can play the Stanley. Is it? Okay. Did it just? I gotta make sure it didn't die on me here. I didn't open the game. It opened itself back up, and I need to make sure it didn't kill the stream. Okay. So, I think it's good. You hear the game and me. I need to make sure. Okay. Yeah, it's good. If the game is too loud, or if I'm too loud, or if either if the volume isn't it, let me know so I can fix it. Otherwise, we're gonna get into it. Now, I haven't played this game in a minute, and I have never actually. I've never played Ultra Deluxe, so we'll see. I just wish my computer wasn't breathing so loud. Game is a little loud. Okay. Can I? I don't think I can. Can I pause it as soon as it starts? Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, okay. Settings. Where's ABS? ABS. So I think what I need to do is make my desktop audio quieter. I don't know which desktop audio I'm working with here. Hold on. Oh, it forced me back into the game again. Never mind. Whoa, okay. It's a little choppy. No. Wait, did I just skip the... I think I skipped the narration. I want the fresh experience. I also just poured out what was left of my limeade in the fridge to sip on while I play this. Hmm? Wait, hold on. Is this not a story of a boy named Stanley? Hold on. Surely this is the story of a boy named Stanley. But he's not telling me about it. So that sound effects kind of turn down a little bit. The music I'm going to turn down just a little bit. I will keep the narrator volume up, that way we can make sure we can hear them. I think maybe I just ended up accidentally skipping the beginning narration without realizing it. So I guess we just don't get to hear it. That's fine. Okay, let me actually play the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
There we go.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was
just
happy.
Like me for real. There we go.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, and now I'm going to sit here for the rest of the game, and I will never move. If I sit still, will he say anything? I genuinely don't remember. I'm clicking on this. Wait, can I? Oh, I can walk that way. I can walk using my mouse. Is weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker.
Turned off the computer. See, okay, so my game is kind of chugging, but that is to be expected on a MacBook Air 2017. I can hardly hear my own game over this.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
You sure? It might be important. Okay. So, the frame rate off all those numbers. Whee! What's this one? Beep. Like beep and boop in here. I feel like if there's a certain door in here, if you like click it enough times, the narrator gets mad and like sends you on a quest or whatever.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No,
I didn't think that would work.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say
20?
That's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Yeah? Bet.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost
50?
certainly 50 clicks.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
20 clicks into 417? Is that what he said? And no, it didn't freeze. I was just clicking the door. 20 on this one?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437? Where's that? It's in here, right? 20. No? Ah.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now,
Yeah,
door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. Where are you? Yeah, 10 clicks? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, back to door number 437.
437. Let's go.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Is that right here?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Are we getting somewhere? Are we getting somewhere, narrator? God,
okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Where is that? 419. Okay, oh, can I jump? Oh, come on, you got this. I'll shimmy my way up there. Come on, shimmy! Shimmy! Stanley! There's no jump button.
This is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. 416.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it, boss. Let's fucking go.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Did we do it?
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Let's go home. Let's go home now. I got an achievement, though. Worth it. Okay. Let me actually, let me carry on now. Let's actually play the game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, so here's where I make my first choice. Do I want to go through the door on the left, or do I want to go to the door on the right? Check with a coin, or quick, Lilith, which one? Ah, that's a good blinding. Oh no! No! Okay, we'll go through the left door. Sam's Eclipse if he was the narrator, oh god.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Do
wave
not
of
alter. Got
disbelief,
it.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a swift blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a common productive work environment. What is hot? Profit, 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 profit. Where do we actually work? Number of slides on this slide. Charts, charts, and slides, slides. So rate it with which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts, please, I'm begging. Stop, 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 stop. Top 20 things you love most about your boss. So in particular, return to your boss appreciation specialist. Solving his personal conflict. It takes 2 people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. Transcend, plant life, lunch, comatose, less air, spring break, clear skin, metamorphosis, mitosis, a boat. Talk less. Smile more. Don't get fired. Tips for not getting fired. Simply don't. That's great. Standardized core values. Where do I work? Where do we start profit? Help on the post-it! I see charts. I'm gonna read everything. I hope you know that. Covered in segment. Stripes. Requires more secondary research. Teenagers. A lot of percent. There's something in the ideas bin. Or bins, trash cans. What's on the schedule? Financial panic meeting. We're broke Wednesday. Termination Tuesdays, marketing Mondays. Cranky Floors meeting. What to do about 432. Don't tell 432 about the meeting. Oh no. moved my desk. Hire somebody to fire paper. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. What? Employee, Jim. Okay, I'm done reading things. Let's actually move on now. I'm going to spend a lot of time reading stuff.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, you didn't? You ever just metamorphosize?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I enjoy the broom closet. I'm going to touch everything.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA. I'm reflecting on my past decisions.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
My license. Here's my license. It says I do what I want.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Well, yeah, but
I
Chris
would have
was
thought
in
to
here.
mention it.
How come Chris can sit in the closet and I can't?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I got the broom closet.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
So what?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I am dead.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
You got anything else to say, or am I good to go? I'm probably good to go.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
All right, there's a choice here, up or down. Where are we going, fellas? Where are we dropping? Where are we dropping, boys? Do I want to go to boss's office? Do I want to not? I think I don't really remember what happens if I go either way. So wow. Okay, sure, I'll go down. Ooh, it's ominous down here. Hell yeah, it's ominous down here. Hello. It's over. I wish I could like crouch and jump and stuff. Green stuff. Alright, oh god.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, true.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Hey!
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yeah, I don't need this crisis
for certain,
right
beyond
now.
a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
This is getting too existential.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, shit. God damn.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Not even gonna call the ambulance? Thanks, Mariella. Can't talk about a crisis. What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided, oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the
I'm not doing that again.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we'll go ahead through the door on my left. And I want to see what happens if I take that, same route. If I go back downstairs,
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
If I go back down here, or is it going to be the same? If it's the same, then I have just wasted a lot of time.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Okay.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my
co-workers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to the beginning, and then I'll go upstairs. Surely there are more game-breaking decisions to be made upstairs.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm 2 steps ahead of you.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You're up. Ooh. You'll be in here too. Executive bathroom. I've never seen this because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, and that's what the boss chose. Because Extreme bathroom. What's the toilet? Play with the toilet paper. Ah, no mirror. Yeah, I think the game's kind of designed to break and be broken. I've never seen this stuff before, though. I very vividly don't remember any of this being here. This is Ultra Deluxe, so I'm going to assume that there are... Aw! Business strategy! Anyways, I'm going to assume that there are things in the game that... Can I take this elevator? I can! Oh god. I'm a little scared. There's like a glowing paper in here. Going up. I have not seen this part, so I genuinely don't know what this is. You're whispering. Is that just me? I swear I hear someone whispering that music. Ugh, I hate it. Is it ever going to end, or am I just stuck in the elevator? No. The Happy Vertical People Translate. Or what was it? The Happy Vertical People Translate. Is it ever going to end? Oh, is that all I needed to do? Did I just press the button? Did it take me anywhere? See, the elevator's moving. Apparently. Not saying. Did it? Okay, I guess the elevator doesn't really take you anywhere. That's fine. I'll mess with that later.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
There's no way I could know about the secret. Whoa. I have... my reticle came up.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
No, give me a sec. There it goes. My reticle is here. That's important. I think it's just because I'm standing.
2845.
But I don't know that. How could you possibly expect me to know that the keypad code is 2845?
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell on with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Wow! Who'd have thought? What is going on in here? Is that supposed to happen? I feel like that's not supposed to be there. What is that? Oh, it's the cake coming out of this machine thingy. I feel like it's definitely not supposed to be doing that. Anything interesting over here? Nope, pretty dark. Here is an elevator that works. What if I hit up? I don't think there's anything there. See, I think the narrator is a little done. Get a little, we do a little trolling.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Wow.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What if I just went back up? Or what if I kept going down? No. Okay. Not an option. What? Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Or consider escape. Or consider I go through the escape path. What if I did that? What if I escaped? I'll go ahead. I'll play along. I'll go into the mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No. He didn't. Just kidding. Lights. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Woo!
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's me, employee 427. Oh man, taking my... Well, somebody's got like a... Wish I knew what that said. 528. What? Fired. One of those is kind of... What was that one guy? The I think it was like 432 that they didn't want to talk about. Seems like his screen is fine. 234. It's kind of... I'm not going to sit here and cycle in when it's reading. Light, camera, action.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Perhaps.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Alright, let's get him. Boss fight, let's go. How do I do this? If I hit the big red button. Hit the big red button. No. I cannot hit the big red button. Can I hit this button? I don't think I can hit any buttons yet. Mind control. I can't read.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, okay. Stanley, you didn't just activate the control, did you?
No hesitation.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
You didn't tell me that.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
now
all
this
right.
is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
How do I...
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
What?
But I'm enjoying this so much.
Wait, where's number 4?
What? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I don't remember.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
What?
These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Okay.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
What is that?
Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
There's
That's
a
30
seething
seconds
snake
you
in
have
here.
left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No end here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I forgot. I forgot. Galaxy, help. Galaxy, do you know how to do this? I mean, it's a little too late. Oh man, what a show. I'm having a blast. Okay, great. We're back in. So we back in the mine, got my pickaxe.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But this time I'm gonna turn the thing off like I was
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
On it. Got it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Wow. You just told me that? You're telling me?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Let's go. Let's go. So there is no up. Got it. I'm out of limeade. Hey, let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
There was something weird going on. There's just like random little snaky things.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Crunching, crunching. I'm crunching on ice. If you can hear it, sorry.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Yeah.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Oh, can you hear
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Well, now I'm subconscious about it. Now I'm not going to do it.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Yummy.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh, I am also so sorry for the frame rate. I just looked back at the playback of my stream and realized that it is horribly laggy.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life is, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Bro, those power lines are going crazy right now. Do I get to explore, or is it going to spook me as soon as I walk out? Because I really want to explore, honestly.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
The end. I beat it. I beat the game. That's all there is. Definitely. That's definitely it. Alright, let's go. This time, I'm gonna mess around and go through the right door. I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know what else there is.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. Yeah, just to admire it, you know?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood there, drinking it all in.
Number 1 dad mug. Hey, Jack. I think it says I love Monday.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Coffee nut.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
For sure. I'm gonna just hang out in the corner.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Anything else? Anything? Are you sure? Are you positive? Okay. Oh, I'm stuck. Why am I? There we go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
First open door on my left.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Come on, you can't give me an elevator and expect me not to get distracted. Do it.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
No? I can't get through any of these other doors then? Whack.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Ah,
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I swear to God.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep.
Up,
Okay,
down.
Yes, I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? Why is the headlights on here? What's going on? I just drank it, Bill. Hey, wait a second.
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay, okay. We just
Yeah, my eyes are closed.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Give him a monocle. Or, no, give him glasses, but like, the glasses with a little, like, chain dangling off of them. Make him look all, dapper and preppy, or whatever.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Oops.
Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's find the story. Let's fucking go. Oh, we're in the back rooms now. This looks like a headspace sometimes. We're going. We're doing. Whoa. What's all this about? Inner guilt. Everyone knows.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Really targeted.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, okay. Anyway, that sign was incredibly targeted. I did not like that. All right, let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, God, there's no door.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can do that for you.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Here comes the sun.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
All right, buddy. This ain't it for sure, right? Oh, no. Oh, the snake is back. Peter, the horse is here. What is it? What's going on? I don't understand why there are just, like, lines, but okay.
Now well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Is it? I don't know.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
I appreciate it.
I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this
tried
was
the
not one
best.
of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
Yeah.
I have to restart.
I don't know if I like the little snakes in the ceiling. I'll be honest with you. I broke it again. Mom, I broke the game again. I did. I really did win this time. Oh, yay! The adventure line! I forgot about the adventure line. I love the adventure line.
All right, I've got a solution.
Let's
This
go.
time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Yes!
Just
Trademark.
follow the line. How simple
The
is
line,
that?
trademark. Let's fucking go.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though,
Strange.
here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now,
Yeah.
if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Yeah,
Well, I'd
you
like to
lost me.
apologize. Not sure where I was
we're
going
going
with
down.
all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
For sure, yeah. Yeah! Let's go. I'm dancing. Nope. I don't know. Alright. I wish this game ran better on my computer.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
This one?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Exactly. I'll touch it too. I'll touch it. I'll sniff it. I'll put my face in it. I'll rub it in the fern. I love this fern. It's good. What time is it? This clock here says it's almost 11.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line,
No.
you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, poor narrator. He's getting so... He's a little, he's a little over it today.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Well, what if I wanted to go this direction? Okay, fine. We're going to end up in the control
this
room again.
is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Let's
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Control room again. Can we go back into the control room? So I can look at the pretty screen.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just
no, but I
lounges.
want...
We should be fine.
It's a trademark. But I want to go back to the monitor room. Oh, it's in the seating. I'll go in here. Okay, fine.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Right. Wait, but I want to take the left door. Fine.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Confusion ending.
The confusion
ending for.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this
narrator
goes?
forgets about previous restart.
It's all
Stanley
determined?
story, but prevented, unable
So
to
now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
There is no longer an office.
Who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
A bookstore.
Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
After a long time, Stanley died.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
It's kind of sad. He's like scared.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh, that scared me. Oh man, oh man. It's getting a little existential. I mean, it got existential a really long time ago, but it's getting even more existential. I don't remember what number restart this is, but either way. I don't know how loud that was on the screen, so I'm sorry. Okay. So...
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Whoa, wait, hold on. This is different. This is different. Let me... no. That was different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm not going to.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Just different dialogue from before. Are you going to say different things? Or do I just move on?
Yes. Really worth it being here in the room.
Yeah.
A room so utterly captivating that even the... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's just keep going forward into it. Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey! I was doing great before, you know? Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for missing the cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off of the cargo lift. Well, you know what? I can't get penalized if I know.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Eclipse with granny glasses.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
More careful with time, huh? Is that a hint? Do I need to be looking at the clocks? Oh, it's about like 11:20 now, so time has passed like how it should. That's weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper.
Something darker.
Something darker.
Wait, hold on, you gotta elaborate.
Yes, really worth it being. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we're going forward again, and I'm gonna get on board.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? In the middle of something, do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. Prove it then. Danger. Danger everywhere. That's good. That's a good screen cap right there. I'm just gonna look at it for a minute. What you got for me, narrator? Mr. Raider? Do not stand on the face. No buckets past this point. Wait, why not? That seems like a kind of unfair. Seems like an unfair rule.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You're a liar.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
He sure did not.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm colorblind. I don't see it.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Is it the monitor room? Is it the monitor room? Oh.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Make it more like...
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Make it more
a third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What if I didn't, though? What if I just went through the other doors? But I do want to see what's in your keyboard.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I hated it.
One?
It was awful.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, look, there's a Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Good old Neil is offline. Good is offline. Nico Nacho. Mr. Hayes. Oh, there's so many people. Only the 30% of worst players. A dead rat. I ranked last. I want to go back through the scene here now.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Yes.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
I do know.
I think the art world will really take notice.
That there's
But of course,
the
the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Yeah, I'll play it for 4 hours. I feel like that's going to get really annoying. So I'm just going to let the baby burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Yeah, I do hate babies.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I do not like this. Yeah, there's a reason I didn't want to play that for too long. Good lord. Yeah, there is no goddamn way I'm doing that for 4 hours. I can never 100% this game just because of that ending.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I've actually never seen this. Because I know that in one of the versions, he makes you play Portal, which I really enjoyed because Portal's like my favorite game. And he also makes you play Minecraft. I've never seen this one, though. And I don't... Is this an actual game? Or is it like... This is kind of neat. Truck Alaska. Alright. It's like a Watchtower game. It's so cool looking. What's going on down there? You know? Maybe watching? I feel like I'm stupid and that there's like an actual...
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What? Oh, it's so nice. It's running like garbage on my poor laptop.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No! No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing.
I wanted to go to Jonesy Lake.
Just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
No!
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
But this is fun. No, I wanted to play in the forest. Firewatch. Okay, yeah, I knew that there was like an actual game behind that one. I just wasn't sure what it was. I'd never seen it before. I wanted to play in the forest. Oh no, I'm getting the wheel. Oh my god.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Is this?
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Put me in Apex.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
No, narrator got me playing Rocket
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are
Rock
lots of
hard.
cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here.
Throw a
Is
card.
this game sports ball? Stanley,
Yeah, it's like
I
soccer,
think
but
it's
with cars, I
sports
think.
ball. Oh, what
Sports
fun.
ball.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we
Ah,
must. Okay,
my
Stanley, here's the
favorite
ball.
sport.
Have fun.
First of all, oh my goodness, it's lagging so bad. Oh, look at that ball. Look at it. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm running. I'm going so fast. Oh, that ball. Wow.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Are you
Is it
winning,
better than my
son?
miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a
Yes.
thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Yes.
Yes!
Two
Oh, goodness,
balls.
that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
I
Stanley,
love
I'm like
it
a
when
child in a
balls.
confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
The narrator likes balls.
More balls!
More balls. More balls. There's so many balls. Oh,
Are you enjoying
I'm having
this,
so much
Stanley?
fun with
Are you
the
having
ball.
fun? Is this a real video game?
This is
Well, I
the
sure
realest
hope you're having
video
a
game
good
I've
time,
ever
because guess
played.
what? It's over. That's
No.
right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game,
My
and what I
balls!
say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game,
Stole
now
my
I don't want to
balls.
play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving.
No.
See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
I can't have balls at least. Okay. I'm just gonna run around, I guess. You're gonna leave me in Rocket League? I feel like there's a way out, right? He can't keep me in here forever. Oh, there is. There's like a... I can't get in, but there's like a little tunnel. Let me in. Let me in! Ooh, what if I go to the goal? Something happen? Did he really just leave me here? Am I gonna have to manually restart my game? Oh, it's running like a bag of bricks right now. Ah!
What are you doing?
Okay, well.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. You still have so much.
No, I think I can do it, but I do need to make sure my stream is running properly first. Doesn't seem like it is. Seems like I'm a little stuck. Just a second. Is it better? are, I think, sorry about that little delay there. I needed to make sure things were up and running. Anyways, if I fall, do you think I'll die? Whoa, what? Oh no! Oh, that, like, oh wow, why did that give me such a visceral fear response? I don't like that. I don't like this hallway. I don't like this. I don't like this. It scared me. I don't like it. Oh, so I didn't get to play Portal or Minecraft. Oh, there's my office. Ugh. Oh, I don't like anything about that. What?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
I looked away for 1 second.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
That's ominous.
I can wait.
Ooh. I'm glad I'm not in there anymore. I didn't like that. I am once again apologizing for how choppy the footage is. Huh. That's cool.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
No, it looks like it. Yeah, this is the right office. I don't know what you're talking about. No, this is it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. New content! Wow! That's so crazy. I'm gonna go through the new content door because that's great. That's, you know how to lure a guy in.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content. Obviously. Let me pass this. Can I get in there? No? Okay. Oh, what this is? What's going on? We're going. Okay, well. Sure did went. Oh, what is this? Okay, I'm really glad I'm going into this.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay, new content, let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Keep going.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh,
I had the same
let's see
thought.
the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Here comes the content. Oh, this is the jump circle. New content. The jump circle.
All right. Let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. Oh, I can't jump outside of the circle. It gave me the ability to jump, but only in this circle. That's cruel. Boing, 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 boing. Oh, I almost turned off my phone. Oh, I used up all my jump. Can I get more? Can I get more?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
No, just the jump circle, that's it. Onward.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
That's a really weird spot to put a catwalk. Thank you for showing the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Oh, no!
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together.
That was great new content.
What do you say, friend?
I love that new content. I don't know what you're talking about. You're out of your goddamn mind. Really wish my frame rate was better. I listen to the narrator talk about anything, honestly. Oh, this is different. Wow, this is different. What? That's that's. Oh, it's almost like it's almost like I'm playing the game. No, actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Psst, Stanley,
Come
over here, in the vent. I want to show you something.
Absolutely not. There's no way on Earth or in hell. These stairs are really hard to get up. What the hell? Let me up the stairs. Let me up the stairs. Do I go? Yeah. I mean, I kind of gotta. I don't want to go through the boring door. I'll go through the vent. Please don't follow me, mini music man. Please don't follow me. Woo! Bonk. I saw Stanley venting. You'll never believe it. It's taking an awfully suspiciously long time to load. More event.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Just a second. Alright. Oh.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, it's so nice. Oh, my game is really, really chugging. It's like not wanting to. Oh, wow. Oh, the door is open for me. Memory zone. Let's go in. Good time. Ah. Zone, sweet zone. Don't forget the Stanley Parable.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, the misery. Collector's box. Audience award. What does that say? British Academy of Film Television. Good time. Trip down memory lane. Just a dollar bill. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I like this. Stanley's dead. I want to go further out. I want to, like, go out there and explore. Oh, there's like a piano. Pardon?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now
Skyrim.
It's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
You don't. How do you recommend it? You don't. Alright. Oh wow, there's a lot to do in here. There's like a lot to see. There's the on and off buttons. Oh, like the... like inner workings of the game. The blue and red door. Do they have a reference to the... to when the narrator makes you play Minecraft?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley, but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Fallout?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What else we got over here?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh, it's great. I enjoy it. I don't know about you, but...
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Cookie 9.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I don't trust the fool. Oh. Ooh. What's around the back here? Is there another choice to be made back here? Okay, no, thank God, because if there was, Whew. Alright. Let's skip button then. What are we skipping?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
But I don't want to skip
It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, until the end of time, at which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, until the end of time, at which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I would say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
I'm sorry. I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one.
Yeah, there was a door.
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave?
No.
Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door.
I'm sorry.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
I'm sorry.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely
I know. I know
I've
it's
looked at
gone.
it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button.
Know.
If you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews.
No.
Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie 9's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie 9. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
I'm sorry.
I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury.
I can't do it.
To change and break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve?
I'm sorry. I want to hear what you have.
You're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Oh, my God.
Sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close, because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
Holy shit!
Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps,
oh my God!
Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me.
You can't see my face right now, but I'm
just
sitting
still
here
right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curving inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me.
Absolutely.
I'm so clear about it
100%.
now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come. Let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Oh, the ticking clock. Oh, literally my heart just shattered. Holy shit.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid, as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Narrator? Narrator? Are you there? Where did you go? He has abandoned me. He died. Narrator, where'd you go? Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Ow. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek every...
Anything?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
There's water getting in. I don't like that. Is there anything behind here? Like at all? No. What is going on there? Also, Dad is home, so if I might have to get a scream soon, but we'll see. Oh. Oh my. Hello. Window bars. Did you get more? I saw that. Oof. There's something happening. There's light. This is... wow. Oh, whoa. Wait. Whoa. What's going on here? Okay. I'm scared of what I'm going to see next. Oh, whoa. Hi. Bird. I hear bird. Alright. Moving on. Oh. What happened? What happened? Okay, I'm starting to get a little freaked out. It was beautiful for just a moment. Oh no! Oh, I don't like the sounds. Oh, good Jesus God. Is the button broken now? I'm gonna assume that's a yes. What had happened? Am I like on the beach or something? Oh no! Everything is gone! What do I do? Where do I go? Go this direction. Open to me. Oh. It stopped. Oh, right. That was, yikes, that hurt my heart a little bit, and my brain. That didn't feel good to do. I didn't like that button. That button scared me. Yeah, I agree. I didn't like that so much. I'm getting the wheel. Back in the office. Ugh. And part of me doesn't like that.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh,
what could it mean?
No.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, no. See, and now I'm new content. Oh.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes,
Yeah.
I have something very exciting to show you.
I'm glad to hear you again. Let's go. What's that for me? There's new content. Oh, yeah. Back to the elevator. What you got for me?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley
Parable
Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Okay. Door don't open.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Uh-oh, Scott Cobbin, chill out there. New hotness. Cool red section of the chart. I love that. 2 doors. Okay. More of the Stanley Parable better. Stanley Parable Paradigm shift. Synergy. The color red. Alright. So I'm digging it.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
This way to the show door. Oh. New features. New content, boss. Okay. Still real promising. I feel like I'm going to get murdered by Revenant in here. And I don't know why I get those vibes. Oh, hey!
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Reassurance bucket! And merch? I saw the new content. Okay, now I want a shirt. There's so many things. Hear your name in the game. There's too many things to look at. These no screen dots. Just a screenshot. Red is the new orange. Red has always been orange for me, thank you. The baby is all grown up. Bankruptcy. Ray trace. More of the same than a good way. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. New features, new content, new ideas. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Jump circle. Jump circle's back! Infinite hole! Oh, I don't know what I want to see first. Okay, let's see. What? The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. I want to see this. What is this?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Too big, too small, just right. Are you, I don't know, can you? Do you, I'm afraid of what you're going to say if I press this button. Like, are you going to say my legal name? Because that's scary to think about. Is he going to dead name me?
Jim.
Sorry,
Jim.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I'm really Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see! What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
No. No. I'm Jim. Please. Please. I want to be Jim. I'll find another button. I'll find the Jim button again. Oh, there's another button out here. I wonder if I press it, if it'll say Jim. Can I press it? No, let me press it. Oh, this is upsetting. Okay, fine.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
I heard Jim. The button that says Jim. That's Jim. Oh, you forgot to update this. New. I want to see the reassurance bucket. What is that?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Bucket.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Hell yeah.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, nice. I can keep this, right? Hell yeah, I can walk out with the bucket. I'm gonna keep it.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Alright, what's in here?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
Wait.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Oh, balloons.
But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
It says no screenshots, but there is no way I'm not screenshotting this. Hold on. I gotta get the right angle on it. Perfect. Oh.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, Stepniece. It is.
Good. Because I actually like that one more.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Oh, what's this? Jump circle!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Wait.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Wait, no! That's so sad. I was really excited about the jump circle. What else is there to see? There's so many things. I feel like I'm at a birthday party. Free achievement! Setting world champion. Epilogue. Okay, that's the exit. I'm gonna go do the achievement. See your new achievement, no more steps. It just works. It just works. Okay, Todd Howard.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I want it. Fine, I'll just take my reassurance bucket and leave.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
That's new. Collect them all. But what is that?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
I can't see.
In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, that's terrifying. Hi. Ooh. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that's awful. Kiss me. Yay! I got the skin! That's him. Oh, I got him. I guess it's below. There's nothing but darkness back in there.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens. I think that's it. Oh wait, I didn't see the infinite hole. Fucking bit. I got a stat. Hole entrance. Infinity. More hole. Ugh. Opening room depth infinite. Hi. Oh my god. Hi. Hold on. Give me a sec. I gotta. Whew. Okay. Jesus Christ. I want to see the infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Portal 2.
Infinite falling. You
Portal
can
2
fall
already
until
did
the
it.
end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Wait, you're not gonna let me in? Oh, absolutely, that's exactly what I want. Taking my bucket down the hole. Bye. I feel like I'm
You see,
regret.
isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Oh.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Will I miss my chance?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
No, why would you
Don't
say
we just
that?
put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
What if I don't want to? What if I stay down here like in the little closet? You might not say anything.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven... You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
yeah, it was.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow, okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you?
Yeah.
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh,
hey.
Who am I to judge?
Hey,
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
No, it's not.
You sure?
I can't jump out.
I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from me, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Oh, I will have a wonderful rest of my eternity with the hole. Just me, my hole, and my slightly smaller hole. If a bucket, does a bucket count as a hole? Oh yeah. Well, here I am. Bye. Okay. What? What? It looks like that. What is happening? Oh, I hate everything about that one. Oh. What is going on? What do I do? Am I a robot now? A robot! on.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Toodle-pip? Okay. So what happened? I have a couple questions. First question, what the fuck? Okay. Oh no! What?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. Can I get another bucket? Did everything reset? Can I have another bucket? Another bucket? No. No more buckets. Just a one. Oh, this seems like something that wasn't there before. A little door up there. I don't remember seeing that. Or maybe it was. What if I went back to the hole? Infinite hole. Fine, it ended. I almost want to go back to the hole, but this seems new.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
The end of the what, huh? Okay, well. The infinite hole was very good. I enjoyed that. I don't know what happened, but it was good. I liked it. Settings World Champion. Can I get in? Have I been banned from Settings World Champion? Fine. Alright. I suppose it is time for me to move on. Hole. Hole. Exit. Oh, I almost don't want to leave. Good.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah, sure. The face. So what's this? Please no screenshot.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. There's the jump.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
And 2 buckets.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Maybe I'll get back into settings world champ some other time. Whoa. What? I like how the always kind of chugging. Oh. I'm starting to get really anxious and dissociative. I probably should stop streaming, but no, I want to keep playing video games. Let me play video games. I've been at this for a while. I just realized how long I've been playing this game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Huh?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
I'm streaming, by the way, so don't say anything funky.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Can I save it? Oh, I don't know. I want to pick back up from where I left off here, but I don't know if that will happen. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to quit the menu. Alright, cool. And you're about to see the horrors of war. Alright. I call that pretty successful. It was only how many? Oh yeah, 3 hours. Yeah, that's great. I will definitely be picking this back up because that was an experience.